Hello, everyone, and welcome to day 6 of What's in Our Spiritual Toolbox. I'm using some Palo Santo from day 3, where we discussed other herbs that we can work with. And today we're going to be talking about the 7 chakras in our physical body. There are many more, but before we get into it, let's just work with the smoke for a moment and settle in to the energies, which at the time of recording have been rather intense. I'm recording these messages on February the 26th of 2024, a universal 8 year. So let's just tune in to our beautiful sacred heart space, the space through which we are all connected, as well as the soles of our feet and the waters and the air that we breathe, all of it. And I just like to ask that I'm a clear and pure channel to bring through messages from the loving source divine, Mother, Father, God, who seeks only for the child that is us to experience our joyful birthright, full of abundance, play, and of course, creativity and love. So, whew, if you're new, welcome. And thank you so much for being here. I trust that you have found this channel and these messages at the most perfectly divine time to support you on your spiritual journey and deeper healing. And in fact, the fulfillment of your reason for being, your soul purpose, why you're here. If something here does resonate with you, please take a moment and hit that subscribe button. Thumbs up and comments are greatly supportive to the ability of myself and this channel to expand our reach. And for that, I am grateful. If you've been traveling with me for a while, thank you so much for still being here. Look at us shining and, fulfilling our path divine and the way that spirit moves through us and encourages us to continue forward on our path of dreams, our path of sacred service. Thank you for being here. And if you haven't yet subscribed, you could also do that for me. That would be greatly supportive and helpful. So today for day 7, let me just have some more water. More water. Okay, so let's get into the chakras. And so this is just going to be a basic overview and really working with the energy of the number 7, which personally, and I feel collectively, is a very, very, very spiritual number. And we spoke in video day 5, we spoke about the archangels and the 7 rays of light. And today we are going to speak about the chakras and the 7 main chakras along our spine. So chakra basically means wheel, disc, spinning wheel of light. And these are gateways within our body along our spine that really have certain periods of time in our life in which they're developed, and they really affect our overall well-being. So this is just going to be a sort of, although I love to play in the deep, this is going to be just a general overview, and then at the end I'll touch upon 3 other chakras that since about 2012 I have been working with. I was guided to these chakras when it wasn't really, I hadn't heard of them before. So let's get into it. So chakra is basically wheel. I also view it as a gateway. And we physically are the gateway to the divine. And these chakras are spinning discs of light on the inside. You know how that saying goes, people shine from the inside, right? It's not the amount of makeup we put on our face or the way we do our hair or truly the way we dress, although it's a way to express ourselves. It's the shine from the inside. This is what it really is supportive to beauty. And thank you all for shining your light in my life. What a blessing. And what a blessing it is and privilege it is for me to be able to share my shine with you, this little light of mine. And so we are going to start at the base of our spine, at the root chakra. And this is the space between the pubic bone and the tailbone, the tip of the pubic bone and the tailbone. And the color here is red. And this chakra is developed between birth and the age of 7. This is where um, it's like our primal survival, right? Our right to be here, our foundations, and our stability in life going forward. And this chakra, the element is earth, and the seed sound, and perhaps we'll talk about, we'll do a day with the seed sounds and working with sound. But the seed sound here is lam, 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 lam. So, if this is where we gain our footing in life. This is where we are right to be here. We understand that just by the fact, simple fact, or the miraculous fact that we were born, we have a right to be here. And so, if we didn't have stable foundations in those formative years of this chakra, of course, there's going to be an imbalance. And so, and this affects the whole way up, right? Just like the feet, from our feet, it affects the rest of our body, like how we feel in our bodies. Our spine is key. I need some more water. So, when this chakra has been nurtured and is healthy, we feel grounded, secure. We're able to face life and its challenges with confidence, with courage. We move forward. And the affirmation for this chakra is I am. So, I am safe. I am loved. I am stable. I am supported. And working with, make up your own affirmations and just remember that they're always stated in the positive as if they currently already exist, because in reality they do. It's just, it's, that saying, state of mind, it's truly a state of heart. And we are here in service to our hearts. Each and every one of us is in service to our heart. And we are in service to the divine, and we are in service to one another. And when we come back to this place, then we can begin this, reset, if you will, global reset based on compassion, our humanity, love, creation, and life itself. Okay, so now we're going to move to the sacral chakra. And this is the space between our hips. I like to say, like, place the the heels of your hands, the palms, on your hips, connect your thumbs, and draw a triangle, like create a triangle down to the pubic bone. And this is our sacral chakra. This is the home of our emotions. The color here is orange, and the element is water. The seed sound is vam, vom, VAM. And very guttural, very guttural. My voice feels very guttural today. It's an interesting space to be, because I'm like, do I even sound like me? Perhaps there's some changes going on, like integration integration, creating space. So the sacral chakra is our emotional storehouse. It's our security, our emotional security, our right to feel how we feel. It's also the home of our sexuality, sensuality, and the creative, playful child. It's the home of our inner child. And so, a lot of times, so humanity collectively has been generationally wounded through the root and sacral chakra. Um, our foundations, and if you think about it, particularly when we think about things such as sexual interferences, it takes place through this area. And so this is where a lot of the instability upon the planet, and this is kind of what's like playing out. And so it must come to a head and be addressed. And this is where we come in as the gateway. We do our own healing through our experience, and then we share and, encourage and support others to do the same. Um, and this is the affirmation here is I feel deeply. Um, and how many people are walking around with repressed emotions, and these will manifest as, low back pain, hip issues, sciatica, all this kind of stuff, fear of financial insecurity. It's all here. And so it's no wonder, that um, our gate is off. We've been, and this is again where personal responsibility comes in, and we work with what we know and implement behaviors and habits and patterns that support our soul's growth, that support our um, planetary mission. Um, and this is freedom of, expression. This is very divine feminine, very sensual. And sensual really isn't, sensual and sexual are not the same things. It's like being in our power, the sacred power of the divine feminine, the mothering, the maiden, the mother, the crone, the lover, the sister, the, all of this. Yeah, it's so beautiful. And so this is where free flowing creative expression, knowing that we have the right to be sensual, sexual beings. And yet I'm hearing the word monogamy. It's not about freely giving ourselves all over the place to every Tom, Dick, or Harry, or Mary Sue, or Mary Sue, or Carrie. It's about really understanding the sacredness of these connections, the connections that we have with others, particularly through those lower chakras, because there's a lot of density there. I hope there's no background fuzzy noises today. Someone had mentioned that there was yesterday, and I'm wondering if it was the chair I was sitting on, because it's a wicker seat and it's a wooden chair. So I hope it's better today for this video. And so now we are going to move to the solar plexus chakra as I take another drink of water. And we'll get in, one day we will discuss some crystals, and we'll relate them to the 7 chakras, the 7 rays of light. So we are in the solar plexus now. So the solar plexus, sun, solar energy, soul, SOUL. The energy here is fire, and the seed sound is Ram, very guttural again. And this is our power center. It is the home of free will choices, and it is where spirit would like to guide, well, really our heart is, but it's like free will, or ego, divine will or ego. Free will choices and ego reside in this space, personal power. This is our gut instinct. There's a reason it's called gut instinct. This is like our second brain in our body. And, what we put in is going to affect how we're able to feel, how, rooted, stable, grounded. What are we feeding ourselves? How are we breathing? Um, Home of inner knowing. Again, our gut instincts. We just know, yet we don't know how we know. And personal power. Oh, the sacral chakra is developed between 7 and 14. I should have mentioned that. 7 and 14. And the solar plexus is 14 to 21. And these are our teenage years and lots of promiscuity and this kind of stuff. And that simply speaks to the wounds that are under down in that sacral and root chakra. We must address this. We must address these. We must have these conversations. And it's really, um, here, it's about our personal power. Are we giving our power away? Are we giving ourselves away? Are we allowing others? Are we trying to control others? Are we being controlled? Are we trying to impose our will on others? All this kind of stuff. It's like this real push and pull almost between right and wrong. And we intuitively know, we innately know the difference between right and wrong. Oh, this video is getting long. Sorry. Maybe you'll have to do it in bits. So, solar plexus. So, working with our breath greatly supports this. Getting out in the sunshine. And trusting, back to day one, about our intuition, trusting our gut, trusting our inner knowing, and taking action accordingly upon what we know, the um, the guidance of our soul in physical form. And watch yourself begin to feel better as you start to trust and take responsibility. It's not about what's going on out there. It's how we are impacted and affected by what's going on out there and what we can do about it so that we feel stable and secure and safe and free to express ourselves and communicate and own our power, because our power comes from a loving source, divine mother, father, God. We are the child. We are the living light with these 7 discs, actually, probably, well, not probably, way more than 7 discs of spinning light within us. And so it's our job to open up. This is the key. We are the key. We are the sacred key. And the affirmation for the solar plexus is I do. I do to myself as I do unto others. That's, yeah. Okay. So next we've got the heart, the one that beats in our chest. Pink blended with green is the color here. I personally, pink is what I see when pink and green blended together beautifully, like kind of swimming in each other's energy, is what I see when the high heart has been activated and is merging with the healed physical heart. So, yeah. So this is our ability. So pink or green, the element here is air, and the seed sound is yam, yam, like a sweet potato, yam. And this is where we experience love. This is the home of to love and to be loved, to give and receive love, filling our cup, having our cup filled. It's our sensitivity. It's where our emotions are, expressed. It's the home. It is truly the sacred key and the home of our soul in this lifetime, and what we are here to give, the healing we are here to give, the medicine. Love is our purpose. Love is our purpose, and it's what leaves with us when we um, exit this physical experience. It's the love we leave, and the love that we seed here and now. Uh, Years ago, I was given a visual of myself as a tree grounded into the earth, where the heart was the first chakra above the earth, and then the branches grew, the streams grew from this space. So that is a beautiful, beautiful visual to play with. It's love is our reason for being here and now, and it's our passion, it's our compassion, it's our empathy, our ability to empathize, to feel what others feel. It's our ability to give and receive love to self and others, joy, compassion, and empathy. And the affirmation here is I love. Moving right along to the throat chakra, sound, right? Our voice. Sound or ether is the element here, and the seed sound is ham, and the color is blue. This is the voice of our heart. This is the home where we speak the words from our heart. And so this is a good way to um, witness our growth, is how we speak to ourselves, how we speak to others, gentle and kind, compassionate, loving, or aggressive and unkind, and or we're not speaking, we're holding back. We're here to give voice to our love. We are here to give voice to, you know, to sing our soul song, the voice of God through us, loving and kind, right? Unified from the inside. Um, so it's the home of communication and creation, and it's deeply connected to that sacral chakra down there, that watery space. Um, so when in balance, we're able to express ourselves clearly and truly, peacefully, compassionately, and kind. We're honest, we're calm and empathetic. And the affirmation here is I speak. And then we're going to, oh, I just missed 12:21. It's 12:22 now, which is a 7 when you add it all up. So beautiful. So next we're coming to our third eye, that space in between our physical eyes and just slightly above. The color here is purple. The light is the element. Om or Om. Om is the seed sound here. And the third eye, and it's funny because for the throat, when I was just jotting down some notes so I didn't forget anything, under the throat, I initially had written intuition, imagination, and vision. And then I'm like, oh, it's the throat, communication and creation. And then below, for the third eye, intuition, imagination, and vision. Creativity, inspired, right? Inspired creation, unique. We're not here to look and be like anyone else. There's no one else that can be me. There's no one else that can be you. There's no one else that can bring our gifts through except ourselves. So if you're not going to do it, who's going to do it? Awareness, intuition, and spiritual communication. And so meditation greatly supports this chakra. And we got to decalcify the chakra first, because it's a gland, right? And the gland is meant to be malleable, and because of fluoride and other toxins and neurotoxins and all the garbage that's in the air, in our food, perhaps even in the water, in our medicine. Because of all of this, particularly fluoride, many people have a calcified pineal gland, third eye. And I often wonder, is that where the term bonehead came from? I don't know. So decalcifying the third eye is going to support its ability to open. And it may be a rather painful process initially. Yet it's worth it. It does. You can support yourself through that. And the number one thing to do would be to use toothpaste that doesn't have fluoride in it. Okay, and the affirmation here is I see. Next, we have our crown chakra just above our head here. And it's that little spot, on babies, that spot doesn't close until whatever age. This is what I like to visualize that as. So the color here is white, or indigo is what I wrote. And this is our conscience. This is our connection to the heavens. The sound here is silence, the sound of silence. And so Om has the final part of Om is the silence, the third part. The crown chakra represents divinity, connection to the divine, inspired thought, inspired creation, knowing our purpose here in this lifetime. This is where spirit enters into our physical body, and if we see it like a cord, right? The cord from Source, Mother, Father, God, those loving parents. We travel along this cord of light, and we are here to ground our cord of light into the earth through our root chakra and the soles of our feet. When this chakra is good and open, and we're balanced, and we are connecting from the crown to the roots, we know our purpose. We know why we're here. We know that we are guided by the divine at all times, and we are doing our part to fulfill our planetary mission, our path of service, our purpose, which is our power. And the affirmation here is I understand. So that's it for the 7 chakras in our physical body. Let me know how you like that. Let me know if you'd like me to focus more on one. Perhaps when I can get outside, I would really love to do some yoga poses and breath work that support each chakra along with the seed sounds. So if that's something you're into, maybe we could do 7 days of that, 1 chakra or 2 chakras a day in this offering. Let me know what you want, because I'm like running out of ideas. I'm like, what's next? Okay, so I did mention that I was going to speak about 3 other chakras that I was really connected with and guided to actively integrate through in 2012. So about 12 years ago now. Wow, time flies. Whether you're having fun or not, so have fun. And the first one was, they came in together. These all kind of came in together. And it was while I was outside under my healing tree doing some ceremony. I believe at that time I may have birthed my first healing drum down there. Anyways, so the 3 chakras are the Earth Star, which is like below the soles of our feet. Yes, the Earth Star, the Soul Star, which is above our crown. And it is through the Soul Star, our soul wants to come in and activate the high heart or the thymus gland. And those of you who have been hanging out for a while will know we've often done tapping of our thymus gland to activate the high heart and to support the high heart, really. Our glandular system is so important to our feelings of well-being. So, yeah, I'm not going to really say anything more on those, just that's 3 others that I have been guided to work with along the spine. And this is, yeah, that's it. That's it. So with that being said, at 12:29, it is a sunny day. It is my Friday. So the weekend is upon me, and I'm very excited. So let me know how this felt. Let me know if there's anything that you would like me to share in the coming couple of weeks with respect to this offering, or anything else that you would like to see on this channel. I aim to please, and my path is of service, and it is through service I am healed. So thank you for your part in that. I see you, I feel you, I love you. Until next time, take good care of yourself. And remember, you were born to shine this little light of mine. And that is the voice of the loving Mother, Father, God, who loves you just as you are.